I think it definitely hit me. Maybe I was going to become emotional at the very end. Even though I did feel I was solid, through the interviews and everything. Even through the game, I was super relaxed. And then, I don't know, at the end, it was just, it's like, okay, this is it. And kind of what happens next.
That's a clip from Federer 12 Final Days. It's co-directed by Joe Sabia and our old friend Asif Kapadia. Joe and Asif, hello. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you, Asif?
I'm really good. Good to see you again.
So this is Federer 12 Final Days. It's clearly tells you in the title precisely what we're looking at, which is the final 12 days of Roger Federer's professional tennis career. How did this story come about, Joe? I think it starts with you. How did this filmed story begin?
2019 is when I met Roger Federer for the first time for this web series I do called 73 Questions on Vogue. I interview celebrities. It's all in one take. And it was at Center Court at Wimbledon, and that was the location I met him. We had a good experience. It was memorable, and I kept in touch with his team over the years. In September 2022 rolls around, I finally meet his lead agent, Tony Godsick, and he says, Joe, top secret, but Roger's going to announce his retirement next week via audio message on Instagram. Should we be filming something around this? I'm like, yeah, I think you should. I think you should film something around this. So we pitched myself on camera, the second cameraman who actually filmed 73 Questions, so Roger's aware of the two of us, and a local sound guy. Three people total. We'll go to his house in Switzerland for the first time. We'll see his family for the first time. We may get an interview with Mirka for the first time in 20 years. But it's all not going to see the light of day.
That's his wife, yeah.
That's his wife, yeah. So 8 to 12 minute scope, put together a budget the next day. The next day after that, buying $15,000 of camera gear at B&H Photo. And the day after that...
Wow, that's a big purchase.
That's a big purchase. The credit card was almost maxed out.
Yeah.
The next day, literally, inside of his home, filming. No prep, no time, completely flying at the seat of our pants. And that's how that
That's
happened.
where it starts.
Yeah.
So Asif, where do you come into the story?
I know none of this. Mind my own business in North London.
As usual?
Yeah, as usual, working away. And then I get a call saying, would you be interested in doing something on Roger Federer? Not a big tennis person. Never been to Wimbledon. Never met Roger. Definitely haven't been to his house or anything like that.
Never had a bear hug?
I didn't get a bear hug or anything. And I kind of was like, not sure. And then I get sent a link that I get sent something that Joe had put together. And I didn't have any communication with Joe or anything. And the honest truth was, I was doing the washing. I was like, okay, people keep asking me have you watched that thing yet? And I'm like, I haven't watched it. And I was like, I should watch it, shouldn't I? So I'm watching it and surprised by how emotional I find it. And it moves me, this material of just like, my reading is, it's just like people realising they're getting old. It's about getting old and realising your body can't do what you used to do. And I thought that was interesting. And they asked me to turn it into a feature. And whereas everything I've done before, the biogs are pretty much the full life story. Not with Maradona, actually we framed it around a period of time, but it's still a long period of detailed archive. Yeah. This one, the archive was the material that Joe shot, in my mind. That's the archive I'm being given, and it's about a period of time. And I thought in drama, you can make a film about a weekend, or you can make a film about, a relationship that lasts for a short time. And I thought, why does everything have to be about everything? And actually, I found it interesting to say, why don't I do something slightly different, which is just about a short moment of time where you come across this character and you follow them as they realise it's all going to end soon. And his great rivals are in the room with him, all getting emotional. There's a lot of crying, men crying, but it's also them realising, it's probably me next, isn't it? And I thought that was enough. So it's quite subtle compared to kind of the scope of the previous films I've done.
Have you ever been a co-director before, Asif?
No. Do you know the nearest to doing anything like this? And of course, that kind of question comes up to, what should I be doing? I'm like, there were two directors because someone shot it and then someone cut it and put it together and turned it into a feature film. And so the nearest to that was I did this ballet with Akram Khan, and he created a ballet and then couldn't perform it, called Creature. And then I came along and shot it and then turned it into a film, but I'm not a choreographer, I don't know anything about ballet. So we kind of shared a credit, and I thought and also that film was made quite quickly. in the middle of the other films that took me 4 or 5 years. And so this film was made quite quickly. So I was like, actually, I'm kind of old enough and mature enough to say I don't have a problem with the fact there's 2 directors. And actually, it's the more honest way of crediting it.